everyone. Excuse my head turban. I am in the process of just kind of like letting my hair kind of dry a little bit. But today we're going to, and I thought it was kind of suiting for this video, and my brows are done. This is weird. Anyways, today's video is going to be about, and I know a lot of people don't like this brand because they don't like the person. I personally had some good experiences as far as like product quality with this brand, so yeah. So if you don't know what this is about, it is the Jeffree Star, and this is the Pink Religion palette. So this is the Jeffree Star Pink Religion collection. So I only got 3 pieces. This is actually my anniversary present for my husband. 3 pieces from the line. And I've never tried their lipsticks, the lipsticks. But I figured, you know, that's why I kind of kept my turban on, because I was like, oh, it's pink. And that way I can kind of do my hair, probably let it air dry towards the end of the video. I have a process with this. So anyways, I got the Pink Religion, and I know there was some controversy about this particular theme. I personally, I didn't feel offended. Well, I'm not really religious anyways. But you know what? To each their own. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Because honestly, that's his line. I mean, if people are offended, then they're offended. That's just what it is. I mean, we can't please everybody in this world. That's how I see it. But I like the quality of the products. Do I like Jeffree Star as a person? Some points I'm like, yeah, and then some points no, just because he's pushed a lot of boundaries, but at the same time I'm like, to each their own. I don't know him personally, so I can't star. And you want to leave that stuff in the comments, please be positive. I don't want any negative comments at all on this. It's not me worshiping him. It's not me, oh my gosh, I love Jeffree Star, he can do no wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I personally don't really have any thoughts on him because I just don't know him personally. I know he's had a very, very stupid past. But at the same time, I'm like, I seriously can't. No one's perfect, but at the same time, yeah, bad stuff shouldn't happen, and accountability should be held where it needs to be held. And yeah, that was not a good thing. So anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on the person Jeffree Star. I want to spend time on the actual products of Jeffree Star. So we're going to get into that. So it's wrapped. So I did get the palette. And I know a lot of people are like, it's a Bible. That's so offensive. I'm like, guys, come on. To each their own. Not everyone can be religious. Not everybody can be, it's just not. Not everybody's religious. Calm down. Alright, so I did get 3 items. I did get the Pink Religion palette, which is nice. Yes, it looks like a Bible. I'm well aware of that. The packaging is different. It's not a box. Kind of concerns me a little bit if it's not an actual, like, box, because then it doesn't protect the palette. So, there you go. There's the palette itself. It looks like a book, like a Bible. So it's got the faux gold pages. I can't talk. And then you open it, undamaged, which is great. And you have these shades. So it's definitely not my cup of tea, but why did I want this palette? Well, because I enjoyed Blood Queen, Bloodlust. Was it Bloodlust? No. Sugar, Blood Sugar, oh my god, not Bloodlust, what is it? Yeah, it is, what is this one? Bloodlust, yeah, this one, Bloodlust. See, that's what I'm telling you, I'm not like hardcore fan on Jeffree Star. I'm just like, I like palettes and I love color palettes, so I have Blood Money, I love the Orgy palette, it's very good. I use that for special effects. I have the cremated palette, actually, and a lot of people are kind of like, I'm offended by that. I'm like, come on, guys. Let's be real. It's just a name. I do have the Blood Sugar and the Blue Blood palette, which I really enjoy. So I was like, I'm going to enjoy this as well. So yes, I got the palette, and then we've got the highlighter. So I got the bundle. It was $99. for the bundle. So you have the highlight, which this one piqued my interest. That's actually a really nice pink shade. Now, disclaimer, I do not like the color pink or purple, but I like it in eyeshadow. It's weird. So anyways, Sacred Glass is what this is called. Oh, that's pretty. Check it out. I like that. I mean, I'm not a religious person per se. I'm more or less like, I believe there is a God, of course. I believe in God. But I'm not like super like, go to church, do all this stuff. I'm more or less like, be kind to one another's, love is love. If we love one another, then I feel like we can go on to a better place when we do die. So that's how I feel about it. And then I did get a Velvet Trap lipstick, and this is the shade Confessional. Oh, it just pops off like that. So here's a bullet. I've never tried, ooh, that's hard to get out. I've never tried his lipsticks. Ooh, it's magnetic. I mean, we all know what that looks like. It's not look like a bullet. But anyways, it's the shade Confessional, which, oh my god, that red. That's gonna be my... Ooh, it smells delicious. It smells like a MAC lipstick. Swatch the palette just because I feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like it will speak itself. I do like the shade of pink. It's almost like a neon pink. But yes, it has... What did it say it had? 30 shades or something like that. 18 shades. Sorry, I don't know why I thought 30. I think I'm thinking the Orgy palette. 18 shades. This is a vegan line. I know if you are a vegan and don't like to use, or like, you know, it's cruelty free. I think it's a vegan line. Isn't it a vegan line? I'm not quite sure. Because yes and no. I don't know. But anyways, it's cruelty free. Nice. So it has all these different shades of pink and reds and some purples in there. So I feel like this is going to be a nice day to do this because it's my anniversary and why not? And of course we're going to go ahead and zoom in. We're going to start using the palette. That way you guys can see how it performs. And if you really want to go ahead and get one. I mean, I'm not pressuring you or anything. It's not like necessarily your... It's your choice. Do what you want. But I wanted to get it because I collect those things. If it's good quality, I collect it. Side note, I do have another video coming up with this guy. I've never tried Beauty Bay, and I'm very, very... there was a YouTuber, Makeup Missa, and she swatched it, and I was like, I need it. It's from the UK, so we're going to try that next time. Like, if it looks good quality, I want. So, as far as primer goes, I typically use the P. Louise. So I'm going to use P. Louise today. Do I want to do a cut crease? No, I kind of like a halo eye, especially if I want to look a little bit nicer today, because it's my anniversary. My husband and I are going to probably go to breakfast after he gets home and takes a shower. I just want to spend time with my husband today. That's how I feel about it. Like, gifts don't matter to me, but he was like, do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I think I do. And he's like, I'll get it for you for our anniversary. I'm like, okay, but it comes out before. So I had to wait to open it. I was just, my husband's like, you can open it. Because I bought him I bought him a PS5 for our anniversary. It's our 14th wedding anniversary today. So when you see this, it's going to be way past that. But yeah, I bought him a PS5 because I wanted him to have it. I really wanted him to have it. That's more important to me. Stuff that we like, we get. We understand each other. That's the idea. That's the whole point of a relationship, is understand each other. Be kind to one another and always make sure that you compromise. There's never like, it's my turn, it's my this, it's my that. No, it's always a compromise. Always compromise with your spouse. Anywho's, we're going to get right into this. This is called Handbag Queen. That's the darkest shade, it seems, in the palette, so we're going to use that. The only thing about these palettes is they're not very, like, functional as far as, like, holding them in your hand. So we're going to place... Oh, it's like a magenta. I am quite liking that. Let me me know, guys, in the comments below if you guys like my brows done as I'm doing eyeshadow. Because honestly, I don't spend enough time on my brows. I just slap them on. We got the deep shade, and it's pretty dark. I think that'll work today. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Beauty Killer, which wasn't that one of his first palettes. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan like of Jeffree, but using the line over time is actually, I really do like it. Like, I look for quality. Like, Melt Cosmetics is one of my favorite brands for eyeshadow. Not gonna lie, NARS is pretty good for like complexion and blushes and bronzers. So if you want me to break it down for you on where I rank things, let me know in the comments below. I can do a video on my favorite eyeshadow brand, my favorite I wanted to do like favorite brands that I like, or skincare. I mean, you know my skincare brand. Come on, guys. Let's not be subtle about that one. My favorite skincare brand. Yeah, I'm not being biased, but I am truthful, and it's Estee Lauder. I love their skincare. It's not an old lady brand. That's why I decided to post videos like that, because I want people to know it's not about old lady brand. So we're gonna take, I think, this is turning more purple. No, I'm going to take Prom Night, which is, it has a cross embossed in it. So that's pretty cool. So this one's more of like a lighter pink. I'm going to go back through and just make sure everything is blended, because I feel like it's got a little choppy. So, you know, I'm going to go with the lighter shade in the palette. It's called Saint Star, which is also embossed with a cross. I like the fact that it has that. This is the lightest shade in the palette. You know, I'm going to say there's no brow bone shade, but I'm going to use this as my brow bone shade. I like that. It actually pulls everything together. Oh yeah, like blend everything nicely. This will work great. And like I said, I really get messy on the outer corner, so I don't worry about it being perfect, because I'm going to end up cleaning it up anyways. I really like this palette though. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do, I still have to decide what I want to put in the middle, because there's only 3 shimmer shades in here. So, I don't know what to put in the middle yet. So we're just going to keep going. So we're going to take, and I really want this to all be, I'm not going to use every color in the palette, but we're going to go ahead and take this again. So this one is the Handbag Queen. And we're going to just fluff this down here. Take a different brush here, and we're going to kind of drag that there. Clean out that brush, and we're actually going to take a different pink here. I want to see what Strawberry Youth looks like on the lower lash line. I just want to see it, because on his video it looked neon. In the pan it looks just a reddish coral color. So it's not, I mean, you can't really see the neon, but I'm curious to swatch this. It's not necessarily neon, it's more or less coral. So in the video it looked very neon, so. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of Lollipop Luxury, which was a lighter one. I'll show you in a minute. It's that one there. Yeah, I still don't know what to put on my lids. I want to use the Sacred Glass, but I guess let's just go ahead and go into the Sacred Glass. So we have 3 highlight shades. There's Pearly Gates, Pink Purity, and the Glass Supper. So we're going to use some of Pink Purity, which this looks really nice. Oh yeah. I feel like it needs a base though. So we're going to put... This is a Candy Cathedral, which is, because as you can see, there's not many shimmers in this palette. It's more matte. So this shimmer here, towards the middle, we're going to use this as a base because I'm like, that wasn't enough. And then we'll use Pink Purity with our fingers and go over top to add more sparkly. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're going to just get our Wet n Wild Pac-Man brush and dip into Handbag Queen, which was the dark shade, and blend it towards the shimmer, just like that. So I want it to all kind of tie together there. Alright, for the lower lash line, I'm going to pick up as a base Frosting Cult. Is it Frosting Cult? Okay. Ooh, I don't want to drop that. It's like a very icy pink. That'll be our base, and then we're going to take Pink Purity from the Sacred Glass, just to add some pop, and then just drag that and blend it. Okay, alright, now we're going to get into the inner corner. I think I'm going to use Princess Crown, that shade right there, as a inner corner because it's very sparkly and kind of duochromy. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. It's a really nice color. And then I want to use Pearly Gates here. Or actually, no, we're going to use the Glass Supper. Whoa. Dang, that'll pop it really nice. Can't wait to use these as a highlight. We do need to deepen, though, the lower lash line, so I'm going to take Handbag Queen again and just softly stamp it here and here, just like that. So you want it deepened so it has that almost like wet look. Alright, so I'm going to finish the other eye off camera, and then the highlights. I'm super excited about this because they look promising. So we're going to zoom in a little. Right there. Sorry my blush is a little intense. I couldn't dial it down for the life of me. So many to choose from. I mean, they're all really pretty. So we're going to start off with, I'm going to mix them all. We're going to start off with Pink Purity, which is that pink highlight. Oh. Okay, you have to really like buff it in your skin. It's not really that wet look. We're going to do Glass Supper, the Glass Supper. See, that one's more intense. I'd rather just do the Glass Supper then. I mean, these are more glittery, I want to say. They're kind of supposed to be like, I don't know, that if you remember Kat Von D's highlights, they were very glittery. This is supposed to be like that, but I feel like this doesn't, like this does better with a finger. So I'm just mixing them all together at this point because I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I feel like it made more of a mess. I'm all glittery everywhere. Okay, thoughts? It's it's a drier formula, so I mean with your finger like on top of your eyelid like this. Oh yeah, that'll definitely pop, but I feel like with a brush, like a highlight brush, it doesn't really do as well. You have to really like work at it. I don't know if it's just the brush I had, because I used my Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice one, but we're gonna use this Wet n Wild one because this one picks up highlight pretty well. I sometimes use my shadow brushes as the highlight. I'm just adding so much more. So yeah, this one adds a little better. Could have been like the tool that I use, but it's not quite the Kat Von D formula where it is, it just has some opaqueness, but this is very sheer and very glittery. So I'm gonna do the lips. I know I haven't finished my eyes yet, so I'll save that for the very end. And I got Confessional, which is the red lipstick. I love the fact that it has the embossed little Jeffree Star symbols on it. That's cute. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, who else has this? Someone else has this. I can't remember off the top of my head, but let's see this color. It's a pretty red. I got from the collection. So far the Pink Religion palette's actually really nice. I love the pinks. I'm not much of a pink person. I don't like the color pink that much. I like red or black. And honestly, this did a really good job. This magenta is really pretty. I like the fact that he had a magenta. I like that he didn't put too many purples. I mean, he did put quite a few, but I like that he mixed some reds in there too, and then different shades of like orangey pinks and stuff like corals. So I really like that. I didn't get to try the purples, and I actually put a little bit of this on my cheeks as a blush because I feel like I needed a little more. So overall, this is a really, really good palette. I really like it. The color is fun. I like the embossed little filigree that's all over the palette. I like the fact that it looks like a Bible, so I feel like that's really nice. So it's called Pink Religion, of course. It's definitely, because I know his favorite color is pink, so I mean, every video he's in or every hairdo he has is pink. As far as the Sacred Glass goes, this is really nice. Is it like the Kat Von D ones? No. Well, those don't get made anymore, so I'm like really disappointed that they discontinued those. This I feel like will apply better, and I'll show you, with your finger. Look at that. See, that applies much more evenly than with a brush, or get more of a denser brush. I feel like if you get a dense brush, it would work, but I'm just gonna see how much that pops more. Oh, now I'm gonna be super glittery. That pops way more with your finger than the actual like brush. So I feel like I would have to apply this with my finger rather than a brush, but I like the colors. I mean, that pink color is really, really nice. It's got like orange specks in it. I did like Pearly Gates because that one was, to me, that one would be like more of like a more subtle one. The more intense one is the Glass Supper. So this one was a really good palette, and I like the color of the pink on this one. This one's really, really fun. So yeah, and then the lipstick. The lipstick is really nice. I'm like, I'm reapplying it. It's very red. It doesn't go with this look at all. I'm probably going to change my lipstick to more a little bit of like a mauve color because this is just too, it doesn't really go together for me. It doesn't look like a bullet, but whatever. But it's a very Ruby Woo type of red. It's very neon true red, so I really like this color. Unfortunately, I won't get to wear lipstick at work because we have a mask mandate at my work, so I'm kind of sad about that. But once we get back into wearing lipsticks again, I definitely will like this. And this one looks like the shade Demand in my Estee Lauder brand. So it's like a very true red, Ruby Woo type of red. So yeah, I mean, overall this came out really good. And I like the fact that I didn't have to blend so hard. It all blended together really nicely. So that's what I look for in a quality palette. That's what I look for in a quality product. So I feel like Jeffree Star still has it, and will probably always have it because he puts a lot of effort into his collections. That's something I admire, and that's something, I know a lot of people don't like Kat Von D, but back in the day when it was like the Monarch palette, the Interstellar palette, those palettes were very thought out. Like those kind of palettes, I felt like it started falling apart in the Saint Sinner one when it was a cathedral that opened up. I had given my niece all of those because the Kat Von D collections just kind of didn't do it for me anymore. But yeah, I really love the quality in her shadows. Now, the brand, I don't like the quality in the shadows. Like those shadows are just too shimmery, they're too soft, they're just, everything's all recyclable. I get it, I understand. I mean, but it's just, the brand has taken a complete 180 to what it used to be. And I understand it's not Kat Von D that's behind the brand anymore, but I mean, how can you get rid of, like, because I still use the Dagger eyeliner, and it's lasted me forever. It still has Kat Von D on the lid here, and it's no longer in existence. But like the highlights, like I have the highlights. I think I have them in my special effects drawer. Yes, like these ones, the Metal Crush ones, awesome. These are amazing. I still have the Gold School one from the Metal Crush. The Metal Crush ones, I felt were more creamier consistency than the Jeffree Star ones, and these ones spread out a little bit better. I feel like Jeffree Star's is really intense and almost like wet looking. That's what I feel. Like this wasn't wet looking, was more glitter, but this is wet looking, if that makes sense. But yeah, I miss that in brands. I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, brands don't do what they used to anymore. Like, the Kat Von D brand was really good. Jeffree Star puts a lot of thought into his product like Kat Von D did, is what I'm getting at. He puts a lot of thought. It's not mass-produced. Each collection, he really talks about each piece like he, like, you know, from the drawing board all the way through product production and the final result. You know what I mean? He talks about his makeup. This is his life. So he has a lot of passion in his makeup. So that's what I look for. And same with Melt Cosmetics. They talk about their brand and their collections very profusely, and they dial it down for you, and they really talk about what's inspired by the collection, and they put a lot of thought into the collection. Like the latest palette that I had gotten, and now I don't even know, no, I think this is the last one they released, was the Brunette palette. I really love this palette. That is one of my favorite, like, staple palettes because that's everything I need. And I feel like they put a lot of thought into that. They put a lot of thought into the blueprint. They put tons of thought into the Muerte collection. They put a lot of thought into their Beetlejuice collection. I have, like, their lipsticks right here. I love, I don't really wear these lipsticks, but I mean, I have not worn any of them, but these are really good quality components, and I feel like the collection goes together, has an embossed sandworm on it. I feel like everything, like when brands put that much thought and it's just not mass produced and like whatever, like I feel like Kylie Jenner's is just very mass produced and just meh. Here's my collection. It doesn't, there's no thought into it for me. But yeah, I feel like Jeffree Star puts a lot of thought into his collection, so I feel like this is definitely something you want to pick up. Do seriously pick up this palette if you haven't. And the Sacred Glass is really, really nice. The lipsticks, I've never tried the Velvet Traps, but I like them. They're very lightweight. They don't feel heavy. They feel really soft. And of course they're going to kiss off because they're very, very, they're lipsticks. But I'm curious to see what else he comes up with. So that's my end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please, 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 so you can help my channel reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.